Hello, welcome back to Andromeda. I'm going to show off the things I've been working on for the last couple weeks here. The first is, well, it's a little secret storeroom here off of the main school that opens up, and it's how you're supposed to get some of your first equipment. And you can see one chest is very easy to get to. We got a little hat here. I started with the game already in progress, so I have better equipment than this already, but this is how you get it in the first place. But then I see here we can't directly get in here. There's some barrels blocking it, but oh, they're pushable. Interesting. So I've made a little bit of a block puzzle in this game. If you just immediately pushed everything into this alleyway, it'd be too blocked for you to walk around, and you wouldn't be able to get down here to grab where the staff is, which I'm already using, so there's really just 2 copies of it here. But the idea is to try to reward people for some intellectual decisions instead of making it all combat. I feel like it's a good change to the pace. One of the other things that we've created now is that enemies can have individual resistances and weaknesses. So in here, I think all slimes just take regular damage from water. But this red slime, for example, if I can hit him with fire, you'll see that he doesn't take any damage because he has an immunity to it. Can still be damaged by everything else. Oh, actually, let's see. I'm forgetting now which things have resistances on them, so anytime the damage is higher or lower than I expect it to be, I suspect it's because of a resistance. No biggie, but there will be some fights later that will be made much easier by using the correct element on the correct person. There is one item in here I'm going to grab which will help me out. And this next part can be a little difficult, so it'd be helpful to grab it. I'm not sure if anybody watching this is seeing any super secret chests on the screen. I'm going to give you a second to look, and then I'm just going to grab it. There's a chest hiding down here. It's an upgrade from my novice staff that I was carrying, and it should be helpful in the areas coming up. I'm going to use haste just to get myself around a little more quickly. The other big feature is that saving actually works now. At least we'll see if it works as well as I hope. So this is a save point. This is what they look like. If you do that, it restores your hit points and saves. So if I wanted to, I can exit the game. And here is the character I was just playing. All the same stuff, and I'm right back here. And it also means that when I die, I'll respawn in that same location. So very helpful. I very well may die ahead. This beautiful area here is the Enchanted Forest, or Maggie's Secret Garden. My wife invented this area, or was the designer on it. And these are the butterflies that she wanted to have in here. I told her it was too difficult to animate actual butterflies, so I just used particle effects. But it's inhabited by wolves, by and large. So these wolves, I'm gonna shoot some various spells at them. Fire's not bad. Let's shoot some water at them. Water is doing hardly any damage. Oh, what about non-elemental magic? Well, that's not too bad. In fact, they have a weakness to non-elemental magic, so that's the way I'm going to be killing them. I increased the drop rate on hearts a little bit because now you don't get full life again when you level up, so I needed to compensate a little bit so that you're able to get through areas. If I go up here, there's more wolves. I'm using my slow spell a lot because it's so useful with them because they're kind of unpredictable when they're moving at full speed. They're still unpredictable when they're slow, they just do it more slowly, so it's more reasonable. If I see, oh, so this vine you're seeing right here is blocking me off from the rest of the area, and the other vine going off the other way. And if we follow it, we just saw that it leads to a plant at the end here, who's got these homing missiles. And let me just show off what happens if I get hit by one of these things. Okay, there we go. So it's a poisonous bolt. When you get hit, you become poisoned for 4 or 5 ticks. You just take 1 damage per tick. Nothing terribly bad. The issue is, you get hit once with poison, you take a few ticks. If you get hit again before you lose the other one, the poison just builds up in your system. Before you know it, your poison can go a very long time and do a lot of damage over time. So with poison, the big thing is just getting it out of your system before you're hit again. And so if I take this thing out, you can see it's immune to water because it's a plant. Right now, water, there's many things with resistances, but also being a plant, it takes pretty good damage from fire. It actually takes double damage, so that is going to be the element of choice for taking out these guys. And we can see once I've killed the plant, suddenly its vines disappear and the area becomes a little more open. So another plant up there we just saw. Oh good, flare will be useful for this. I'll bait this wolf out first so I can take him one at a time. Of course, if he doesn't want to come out, this is sort of a difficult area to dodge things. Just from a game design standpoint, it's good to have some of them. I've been trying to hit the plant here, but the wolf is the one that happened to be standing around when it happened. Oop. Haste myself up and going up. My aim is off with these things. This one will hit. Nope, it will not. You know what I like to do with these plants? Let's go in and get aggressive. They're immobile, so a little fire goes a long way. Although I did take some damage out of that. If I die, enemies now respawn in this game. So I can't just sort of work my way through here respawning as I go. However, it's only the wolves that will respawn certain enemies, certainly ones that are important to the layout of the area, like these plants who block the way, they won't respawn, so I won't have to re-kill them if I die. And it's certainly a possibility that that could happen. Really, if I leave the area for any reason, they're going to respawn. So I'm going to try to tough it out. If for nothing else, just to get through this last plant. And then even if I needed to run back through here, I could do it pretty quickly. You can see there's one treasure chest hidden in behind this last vine, which is why I want to kill this plant. But I keep missing because I'm not not aiming as easily as I would like, because I'm also dodging these poison bolts. While I do it, let's go in for lay a fire on them. There we go. Very nice. And I'm gonna pick up this heart. And it's here. So lurking in this treasure is the Earth Crystal, which will give me access to Earth magic now. So far, only one spell. It's this little thing. I'm not sure if I'll be able to show it off, but it's my way of poisoning enemies, and it does the same thing to them that it does to me, only it does much more damage because they have a lot more hit points, to be fair. I myself only have 60 hit points, and yet I'm dishing out 1,000 or so to some of these creatures. So, dark and deep into the forest, we have this guy. This is boss number 3. He's basically just a big plant that I guess I stole from that old movie. He does a couple different things, but the biggest one that really restricts your movement is this poison seeping out of the ground. It's telegraphed with just a little bit of sparkle before it really comes out in full force. What I should be doing with these novas is hiding behind trees, but I find if you get far enough back, you can manage to dodge it. These homing ones, on the other hand, can get pretty annoying if you don't happen to be standing behind a tree right when they're first coming out. I got hit there. I'm still probably in good shape. Nope, not when you run right into the middle of a poison cloud. There we go. I am dead. But I can just respawn. And right at the last save point where I lived, and I will run past all these wolves. In fact, I will push them out of my way. No biggie. Oh. What I didn't think about is that all these poison clouds would still be lingering about when I got back. But that's good, I didn't even take any damage. Maybe I should use flare a little more. This guy is not very mobile, so it should be easy to hit him. Should, of course. He's also a good target for running in and dosing him with some fire up close. Although I have to make sure I'm not doing it at a time when his poison note was about to go off. There we go. Not too bad. And as a reward, I get a new hat. The Druid's Crown. Just a little more armor and a lot of hit points. And so that's basically everything new. I will update again when I have more interesting stuff to show you. Thanks.